Yo, what's up guys, welcome to another video. Today, I'm making 2 videos. They might not be posted on the same day. I'm planning to make 3 videos, post them throughout the week or whatever, because I haven't posted in 2 weeks because I didn't have any other videos that I made, and to be honest, I didn't feel like making videos, and I only like making videos when I like to, because I don't want to go over here and give a bland reaction that you guys are wasting your time not getting a good reaction out of me. So what we're doing, we're watching Teacher Swung on them. 10 things you didn't know about Jayson Tatum with CashNasty. So, wait, where my face cam at again? Okay, it's right here. Oh, I'll move it right here. So, man, what I want to say, oh yeah, so I didn't have videos made already, so I didn't post it all. This, I'm making the same day as the video with Darman. If you guys already seen that. This made the same day. You probably tell with the jersey. And stuff the same day. We're 1 minute and 12 seconds in because it was a long intro and I, to be honest, started daydreaming. And I was looking for a video to make. I wanted to try to make 3 videos like I said and then post them throughout the week. Just try to find something to make. So right here we go.
Humble guy, man. He was nice to meet and everything like that, man. So, I got a lot of respect for Tatum, bro. I like his game. I feel like he's a prime Paul George, but taller in a way. Let me know in the comments. And get to it.
Tatum's becoming a legend, but there's still so much.
And I actually respect the fact when he dunked on
the
LeBron.
time in NBA,
I ain't give him no hate, bro.
Him to break
I like his game.
Or his deadly illness that could kill him at any second.
Wait,
Here's 10 things you didn't know about Jayson Tatum.
What?
And first, let's talk about the teacher who tried ruining his life. Growing up, Tatum...
Yo! Was that him right there? Hold up.
Let's talk about the teacher who tried ruining his life.
Yo!
Growing up, Tatum... And first, let's talk about the teacher who tried...
A teacher swung on...
ruining his life. Growing up,
oh man, I can't wait. Oh man,
he loved basketball and dreamed of eventually becoming an NBA player until one day, Tatum's 4th grade teacher destroyed his dream. Until one day, Tatum's 4th grade teacher...
A teacher swung on...
ruining his life. Growing up,
oh man, I can't wait. Oh man,
he loved basketball and dreamed of eventually becoming an NBA player until one day, Tatum's 4th grade teacher destroyed his dreams.
4th grade, the teacher told me, I want everybody to write a paragraph on what they want to be when they get older, what they want to do when they get older. She came around me, I was like, I want to be in the NBA. I want to be in the NBA one day. I want y'all to see me on TV. She looked at me and she was like, you got to pick something more realistic. I remember everybody in the class kind of laughed at me. And I felt this big. I was embarrassed. I remember I was crying. I told my mom.
These teachers, man, I swear they don't want to see anybody win. But thankfully, Tatum's parents immediately began training him for the NBA. And that's what led...
So ain't no swinging, that's good.
...to Tatum embarrassing a grown-ass man while he was in middle school. By the time Tatum was a 5th grader, his parents were already preparing him to be a basketball superstar. And they told him, one day, he'd be one of the best players in the NBA. Now, his mom let him be, but his dad was ruthless.
I used to practice with him 4 to 5 times a week, and he would treat me like I was in high school. So if I messed up, he was harder on me than he was the other kids. And
which is right. Great dad. Great, amazing dad.
I used to basically almost quit basketball every day.
Great dad.
Now at that point, Tatum didn't realize it yet, but his dad slowly molded him into the best basketball player of his age group. And at just 11 years old, Tatum already started dominating. Not only was he dropping over 25 points a game, Tatum was literally dunking on dudes 3 times his age. And his first victim was his own dad? Yeah, just look at this. Tatum hit a growth spurt and got so good at basketball, he was pretty much destined for the league. Until an NBA player made him do something illegal. It all started with Tatum's mom. When she wasn't training Tatum for the NBA, she played on a volleyball team and became great friends with her coach Besta Beal. It turned out, Besta also had a son, Bradley Beal. And even though he was 5 years older than Tatum, once they hung out, they became best friends.
We grew up in the same neighborhood. He was like 4 minutes from my crib. So I had a perfect
bro.
A perfect like visualization every day of where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be. He was living proof.
Now, everything seemed all good until Beal pressured Tatum into breaking the law. At the time, Beal had just gotten drafted to the NBA, so Tatum was learning firsthand what it actually took to get there. But since Tatum was so young, Beal pressured Tatum into doing things he wasn't legally old enough to do. And eventually, Tatum learned the hard way.
Brad was the first person to take me to the club when I was like 16. He took me to the club a couple of times. My mama found out. My mom cussed Brad out in front of my house one day, like, you got my son at the club. He still got stuff to lose.
Bruh, I just want to know what type of bottles of 16-year-olds popping in the club.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna sit right and say I'm against it, you hear me? He ain't right.
Hold up. I think it might be one.
He ain't right, man.
Like one of those points when you get into a YouTube video and then pause. That's what just happened.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with that.
Please? Come on, Beal. You're really taking kids to the club, but you can't take your team to the playoffs? You gotta get your priorities straight. For real, though, Tatum's mom let it go since Beal was literally an NBA player and could help Tatum make it.
You gotta let it go, man.
But when the night came for Tatum's dreams to become reality,
for real, man,
it turned into his worst nightmare. Tatum showed up on draft night, anxiously.
I mean, the drinking stuff, obviously, hell nah. You feel me? I mean, it's a guy's thing, man. How old is he? 5 years old? Oh, he is 5 years old. But the dude probably he probably was taller than a grown man at 16. So it was like, I know it probably like easy for him to get in. I'm not supporting it, especially drinking underage.
He was drinking. He said he was drinking.
It depends where you grew up at. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Waiting for his name to be called. Because not only did he work his entire life for this moment, he had an opportunity to be selected by his dream team. And one by one, the picks rolled in.
With the first pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select Markelle Fultz. With the second pick, the
Lonzo Ball could, if Lonzo Ball stayed with the Pelicans, he could have been an all-star, bro. He's gonna start averaging like 30 points.
Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball.
But what happened next completely devastated him.
With the third pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jayson Tatum from Duke University.
It was official. Tatum was a Celtic. And yeah, he looked happy in the moment, but deep down, he felt empty.
My favorite player, my idol was Kobe, and everybody know that. I didn't like the Celtics at all growing up. I only grew up, I was like, man, I'm gonna play for the Lakers. I'm gonna play for the Lakers. Honestly, I didn't even know where Boston was at. Like, I knew it was on the East Coast.
Now you're
I know where Boston. Okay, I was just gonna say I don't know either, but I know where it is.
Pretty opposite Lakers.
Thought about going there. When I got drafted. I'm like, man, it's kind of
they've been beating so long, y'all. That two organizations, right. Lakers and Celtics.
Eventually, Tatum accepted his team and vowed to give the Celtics his all. But despite him quickly turning into a superstar, he was about to meet the most embarrassing moment of his life.
Don't stay on the child stuff talking about that. I mean, I get it, but get that to the NFL third pick.
Tatum started his NBA career signing his own Nike deal. And within 2 years, his accomplishments drew the attention of NBA legends. Cause one day, Tatum's agent let him know that Michael Jordan wanted to negotiate a shoe deal. And, Tatum was stunned that the GOAT even knew who he was. So the decision was a no-brainer.
We took a trip to Monte Carlo and Paris this summer, and that was kind of like my introduction to Jordan Brand, to the world, and meeting all the guys.
Now, a trip to Paris, negotiating a multi-million-dollar signature shoe deal, and hanging out with MJ? What could go wrong? Well, despite Tatum becoming a great player, he was...
Outplayed is a free game recording software by Overwolf. It's really good for saving.
Still a kid, so the nerves kicked in. And that night when he pulled up for dinner, things got ugly.
And then that night we had a dinner. Everybody was there, so I remember I'm still nervous, right? So I walk in, MJ sitting down, his wife next to him, but then I walk over to him and like my hands start sweating. And I was like, "What's up, Mike?" And when I went to go shake his hand, I knocked over his wine glass on the table and it broke. And I was
Damn, embarrassing yourself in front of
That
the
is
GOAT?
bad.
That's
Nervous,
brutal.
bro.
But not as brutal as the time Tatum's son humiliated the Celtics. This is Jayson Tatum Jr., aka Deuce. And you'd think a kid who looks like this is innocent, right? Well, he's actually a monster. Yeah. Deuce is constantly spotted around Tatum, showing up to games and post-game interviews. But behind the scenes, things have been getting violent. And one of Tatum's teammates is suffering the consequences. It's been kept a secret, but when Deuce showed up courtside to watch his dad play, he couldn't
Why did I think that was Charlie the Billy? I'm tripping.
help himself and viciously attacked.
Deuce is always trying to attack me anytime I come.
Bro, this dude, hey, the way he did that right there, bro, it's as if like this little kid was like had a like a diabolical plan to destroy the earth, bro. He put the dramatic beat in the back and everything, bro. Like, bro, he got that that blicky on or something, bro. Like, what you talking? Where you going through the story?
And that's just who he is. You know, we all love Deuce, and he's our guy, so we'll take it.
Damn, Marcus, you really in the locker room getting beat up by a little kid? If I were you, I would have kept that on the low, like Tatum's secret ritual. Since Tatum started playing basketball, he studied the greatest
teacher
players.
getting swung
And one
on
thing
the
he
head,
noticed
though.
about the best is that they all have a pregame routine. LeBron's chalk toss, Stephen Curry's tunnel shots, Dwayne Wade's rim pull-ups. Tatum knew if he ever wanted to make it to their level, he needed a pregame ritual. But being a middle schooler, he didn't have many options until him and his grandma came up with an idea. Once they started, they never stopped. And Tatum admitted, "I've done it since middle school with my grandma, and it's something that's carried to now. It just wouldn't feel right if I didn't do it." Before every game,
watery.
I did
Oh
now.
my God, I'm
Tatum
getting
admitted,
watery.
carried to now. Have to watch Hoop Flicks. I subscribe because I know they're uploading new videos every week. But
I'm getting a little. I like that. I like you, brothers and cousins.
Right, he low key do be shouting.
and my grandma, we know to look for each other before the game. When we make eye contact,
He has a tattoo on his back. I'm tripping. I ain't never seen that.
and I find my grandma. We know to look for each other before the game. When we make eye contact, I tug on my ear and she'll do the same. It's basically something to let each other know it's time to go out there and give it my all. To this day, he still does that before every game. And cause Tatum strongly believes in superstitions, he thinks his hair is cursed. Yeah. Throughout Tatum's career, we've seen him rocking this cut. But out of nowhere, he came into the NBA bubble and said, "New pandemic, new me," and revealed his new curls. But it got his ass roasted. Someone said Tatum looked like James Harden and Trae Young combined. Even NBA legends jumped in on the fun. Now, Tatum laughed it off with some tweets, but the cyberbullying worked. Because he wanted his
dude hair
old
look good, bro. That trip,
But
they
before he
hate.
had a chance,
They
his
hate
family convinced him to keep it for a game or two. And in the first game of the bubble, things got ugly. Because not only did the Celtics lose, Tatum had the worst game of his entire career. And right at that moment, Tatum knew it was all because of his hair.
And we played Milwaukee. I was 2 for 18. Damn. I couldn't buy a basket. And my trainer, he cut his own hair. Like,
Bruh. This man hitting a basketball and getting cut.
that's how desperate I was. So the next day at the practice, I knock on, I'm like, "Yo, Nick, cut this shit off." He like, "You for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, yo, I can't." So he cut all my hair off.
And what do you know? The very next game after Tatum cut his hair, he dropped 34 points.
When I get a cut, I think I'm top 5. Top 5 what? Top 5.
But Tatum isn't the only one who thinks
Now he got Afro. Lost in the NBA Finals, but hey, they made it to the NBA Finals.
his hair affects his game. Even Donovan Mitchell admitted it. But at least Tatum's hair didn't affect him as much as his life-threatening illness. Throughout the pandemic, people suffered all across the globe. And in the NBA, Tatum was one of the unlucky players.
Man, fuck, hey man, forget them haters, man. I would have kept my hair, bro. That boy got waves with a fro, bro. You got good hair.
He ain't
Forget that, man.
It was because he was playing trash.
How you got waves with a fro?
Completely changed his life. Not only was he forced out of the NBA for weeks,
Oh my God, these ads. Cash. Flight. Bro.
I'm not on a pedestal. Never off. It's how we live.
Two ads.
The Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. This decision takes away our right to control our own bodies. But we won't.
All right.
Never fully recovered. COVID lowered Tatum's stamina, and he struggled with shortness of breath. And ever since he got back into the game, he hasn't felt the same. So he was forced to make a lifestyle change.
Like I take an inhaler before the game. Since I tested positive, I never took an inhaler before, but I for sure feel better now than I did a month ago.
You gotta feel for Tatum, man. Going through something like that would be tough on anybody. Maybe that's why he's been going so hard recently. Or maybe it came from the most iconic story of his life. When Tatum was a kid, there was one person who inspired him more than anybody.
When I was like 4 or 5, my mom always asked me what I wanted to be when I got older. I was just like, I want to be Kobe.
Yeah.
She's like, you want to be in the NBA? It's like, no, like I want to be Kobe.
And when Tatum finally got to meet his idol, Kobe shared some words of wisdom that stuck with Tatum his entire life. How much does being great, being a champion mean to you? What are you willing to sacrifice? And ever since that day, Tatum became obsessed. Once Tatum made his way into the NBA, you could tell he'd been studying Kobe for decades. The man literally shows up to games wearing Kobe shirts. During games, Tatum's seen making the same moves as Kobe and taking the same shots.
Respect,
Tatum
man.
even started wearing an armband because of Kobe. And as Tatum became a superstar, he gained attention from the legend himself. Not only did Kobe break down Tatum,
Like it be some people who make like some of the things like when they always look like it look fresh, man.
If I'm
it don't cringe you.
I'm really good at posting up. I'm really good in isolation.
And his game shows it, bro.
Opportunities.
Kobe saw how effortless basketball came to him and had to invite our boy to a workout. The two planned to meet the next time Tatum was in LA, and right when the plane landed, Kobe gave Tatum some secret advice. Shoot every time. Pass if you have to, but if not, shoot it. Only Kobe, man. But the craziest part was,
That ball.
Tatum went so hard during the workout that he left Kobe wondering why the Lakers chose Lonzo Ball over him. Regardless, that day earned a special place in Tatum's heart.
Getting to meet Kobe and work out with him on a really personal level, it was like a dream come true. It meant everything to me.
Now at this point, Kobe wasn't just Tatum's idol, he became his friend. And I'm sure Tatum was fantasizing about teaming up one day, until...
The LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash.
Kobe's tragedy broke Tatum, and right after, Tatum let the world know that he was devastated. A few days later, Tatum's pain was showing during
R.I.P. Kobe,
interviews.
man.
He was the reason that I started playing basketball, and it's been a tough couple of days.
But Tatum knew Kobe wouldn't want him to stay down, so eventually, Tatum decided to commemorate Kobe, reminding everyone of his greatness. The next time the Celtics pulled up to Staples Center, the entire team came out rocking purple armbands for Kobe, and it was all thanks to Tatum. Not long after, Tatum also got inked up for Kobe, combining his famous nickname, the Black Mamba, along with his
That's fire,
jersey.
bro.
And last but not least, Tatum did one more thing to keep Kobe's memory alive. Tatum traveled to Kobe's birthplace of Philadelphia to adopt a new pet,
Bro, look at that wheel, bro. Oh,
naming him Bean.
nice.
He decided on a blue fawn French dog, naming him Bean, Kobe's middle name. Kobe was Tatum's everything, and these gestures prove it. So if Kobe was still here, he'd be proud of not only the player, but the man Tatum's becoming. But Tatum's not the only NBA player Kobe had an influence on. Kobe also made a big impact on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the story behind those two is even crazier. I know you want to hear more about that. So
Alright, man. We're just gonna be shouting out the rest of these videos and be like, well, press one. You wanna see it? 2 minutes over. Cash this vid. If you guys enjoy it, make sure you guys like, sub, do all the jibs. I'm probably gonna do one more video and post these videos throughout the week. See you guys next time. Peace.